president of the Institute of Spiritual Healing and Aromatherapy, which has two educational programs. One is the Healing Touch Spiritual Ministry and the Aromatherapy program that also lead to national certification. She was drawn to healing from an early age, and her career in the healing arts began as a school psychologist in Knox County, Tennessee, where she served for 25 years. In the 1990s, she expanded her skills and knowledge, becoming a Healing Touch certified practitioner and later an instructor. And by the year 2004, she took classes with the Institute of Spiritual Healing and Aromatherapy, became a practitioner and instructor, and right now she is the president. She is on a mission to help us all heal. And I welcome you, Margaret Leslie.
Thank you, Nancy. Oh, have you ever had a moment in time that changed your life? I have. I've always been drawn, as Nancy said, to spirituality and helping people, and actually to massage. So in my late 40s, having been a school psychologist for many years, I started asking, God, what is it I'm supposed to do when I grow up? Well, I went through a training in the Disciple program, and the last lesson in that program was on our gifts. And it was unanimous within the group that mine was healing. So soon after that, I took a trip to Florida with a good friend who was always sort of a spiritual sounding board for me. And at the hotel, I said, you know, I wish God would just write in the sky what it is I'm to do when I grow up and quit hitting me over the head with the 2x4. Well, the next day, I visited a friend who had trained at the same time I did in developmental play therapy. She told me about this new program called Healing Touch. In our conversation, she talked about the tumors on her old golden retriever disappearing after she practiced the work on him. Now, although this program was for people, and there is one for animals, but she figured the dog would let her know if he didn't like it. And being new to the work, she didn't want to risk hurting anyone. Anyway, bottom line, all the tumors had disappeared. My friend looks across the room and says, Margaret, how clearly does God have to write this? So that was a turning point and led me to my first class in Healing Touch. In the class, at the last technique, which to me was a very spiritual technique, it was as if I had always known this technique. Deep in my soul, I did know it. I immediately knew that this was my life's work, that my soul had come home to where it belonged, and that I would teach this work. Now I knew what I was going to do when I grew up. Not that I'll ever grow up, but the things I learned in this program were life-changing. It contributed to my own spiritual, mental, and emotional growth as it showed up at a dark time in my life. Learning not to give my energy away, but to connect with God or Source and allow His love and healing light to flow through me was a big step. I had often depleted myself by giving my own energy away. Maybe you do that also. I highly suggest you take a moment each day to breathe, centering yourself, grounding your feet on the earth, and recognizing the energy coming into you is that of spirit. Just this one thing can change your life. It did mine. So in the chat, I will put the link to a masterclass, and if you use the code GIFT, you'll get it for free. It has been a beautiful journey with ups and downs. And since taking over the Institute of Spiritual Healing and Aromatherapy, I know my life's mission is sharing this work because there's too much pain and suffering in the world, and I see it in the people that I encounter. Healing Touch Spiritual Ministry, or HTSM as we often use, can bring peace, balance, and relief to those people. HTSM practitioners learn tools to become instruments of God's healing for themselves and others. My desire, and now our mission, is to also share these tools with other healers to add to the good work they are already doing so that we can unite and bring healing to this world. Thank you.
Oof. I think that was a beautiful way for us to wrap up this extraordinary event. Margaret Leslie, thank you so much. The moment that we met in Las Vegas, of all places, was a divine appointment, since we're in the context of that conversation. And thank you for the work that you're doing in the world to bring healing, love, and light. Bring God.
Thank you, Nancy. Because I see that's what you do, and it is an honor to be part of this program. And yes, the chill type connections are wonderful.
I love that, the chill type connections. All right, everyone. Thanks again.